Oh, shit. Damn. I'm gonna practically cut his whole fucking head off with that shit. But yeah, they were keeping her in prison. She was working with the cartel or some shit, right? Damn. She is brutal as fuck. I know she's part of the cartel, but damn, bro. You see how fucking hard she stabbed that man? Damn. Shit broke through his whole ass ribcage, bro.
I found her. Las Almas cartel's been seen in Al-Mazrah.
What does she want in Al-Mazrah?
New territory.
What?
I'm going after Valeria. Mi chula. Conmigo vienes.
Where the fuck even is Al-Mazrah? I still gotta look that shit up.
Pues nosotros también, hermano.
¿Qué necesitas de mí, coronel?
Necesito que esperes aquí. No estaré solo.
Que vivan los vaqueros.
Pues que vivan las almas, compa.
¡Muévanse!
There's cartel activity at Hafid Port.
They'll have to go through me.
Where is Al-Mazrah based off of? Okay, so now they're hunting her. So I guess it's like, you know, basic Core-Tech versus Alliance storyline or whatever the fuck the other team is called. Where is Al-Mazrah based off? I still have no fucking clue. I don't even care enough. Okay, but anyways, what am I waiting for? Welcome back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. We got Season 3 here. I was originally avoiding playing this, you know, because apparently I really just wanted to play Warzone since I already beat multiplayer and ranked play. But the thing that really the reason I didn't really play it, they apparently removed Warzone solos, like it's still not back. But I decided just to do it because I need video ideas. There's also some stuff I wanted to like talk about. Also, you know, I want to upload videos on the weekends again, so we're gonna do that. I guess we'll just talk about that when we're reviewing the very epic battle pass automatically as you play. I like the feeling of, you know, having the token system. Makes you feel like I'm working something. X to view your overall battle pass project. Okay, so we got a bunch of new shit. So X. Okay, we can like switch between the shit. I like this version better. Okay, starting off, seems like we have a lot less tiers, doesn't it? Alright, I kinda liked how it looked before, but I don't know, it looks kinda weird now. I'd have to get used to that, but okay, let's start off our review. Okay, so you actually get the new weapon, like one of the new weapons, like as soon as you unlock the first tier, right? Well, it's like it's like the reward for the first tier, right? Okay, so you get this epic sniper. Cool, we have new snipers in the game. FJ and X Imperium. I won't care about that unless it's, you know, actually good and it can one-tap in the head, which apparently they have one-tap snipers back, which is good. You know, I really wish they had Warzone solos. I mean, we don't need to look at any of this shit. I don't want this video to be as long as my other ones because I always spend like 10 minutes reviewing the whole battle pass. We'll just quickly go through this, you know. We got like operator skins and stuff. Okay, wait, I forgot to look at like once you actually like bought the thing. Okay, so you can get like Alejandro here, and you also get what, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Valera, I don't know her name. Okay, so this is the max level one, I'm assuming. You get this really cool skin right here. Let's hit a preview of that one. Ooh, look at that. Real nice skin we got here. Like I said, we have Alejandro. We also get like some sniper variants, some COD coins. That's all pretty cool. There's also a ghost skin. Really? I wasn't expecting that from a battle pass. Okay, so it seems you can get this from the battle pass, but you could also like unlock it as just like a regular reward. It sucks so much if I wasn't recording right now. Thank God we are. All right, that's cool. Okay, there's also another skin, isn't there? Huh. So you get two skins. Actually, no, you got to get this one for the battle pass. But you can earn this one in the battle pass or do some kind of reward, which I'm assuming is in like DMZ or something. That's pretty cool how we can like change out rewards that could also be in the battle pass. So what other gun do we got here? That's what I care about. We got a cool little weapon charm. Okay, so what is this? This looks like it's a shotgun. No, this is a battle rifle. Really? Huh. Can I like see this? No. Okay, they're not gonna let me get a close-up of the gun. But we only have 4 battle rifles starting out, right? So it's cool that we get another battle rifle. See tier 19. You get another pro issued gun. Okay, pretty standard battle pass we got here. Interested in the battle rifle. I'm not gonna look at all these other blueprints because, you you know, I actually want to like play the fucking video game. Like I was saying before, they removed Warzone solos, so that made me really not want to hop onto this, you know. But then I remember they have ranked play, and I wanted to get into ranked play some more. Since the ranked play season is reset, you know, everyone's levels, you know, you're obviously back to bronze when you're starting out, which is nice. I want to get to I want to try getting to like diamond rank, or like the equivalent of diamond in this before the end of the season. But I also will probably predominantly like focus on playing other games, you know, stuff like that, since Call of Duty's obviously stale. This map, Lighthouse, right? And then there's Black Gold. So I guess we'll hop into either or of these. We'll just hop into Lighthouse 24/7. Oh, okay, we got a cool little intro cutscene here. Got no FPS though, shit. If my FPS is lower than last season, I'm literally gonna cry. This is a nice looking map. Kind of reminds, okay, do we actually got frames, please? Please, no we don't. Okay, we're already lagging hard as fuck. Oh my god. We got some really consistent frames right now. I know my PC's ass, guys, okay? You don't have to tell me for the 50 millionth time. Alright. But, I guess we could start off our conversation. Oh god, this is so goddamn laggy. I'm sure it's gonna be like this for the entirety of the first match. I should have probably gotten a warm-up match in or something. Because you guys know how my PC is. Yeah, I ain't feeling shit right now. Alright, but I guess like the first thing I want to talk about is, you know, this game's kind of dying. There hasn't really been any hype behind the season. I know everyone said this was gonna like save Warzone or some dumb shit like that, right? And you know, the game's gonna come back to life because Warzone was pretty much the only thing keeping Call of Duty alive for like the past 3 years. So you know, people thought really wanted Warzone to be saved. I don't know what people really saw in Warzone in the first place. I genuinely think Warzone is probably the most shit battle royale to ever come out, and Warzone 2 is even worse. Yay, we're ranked 451. Yeah, oh my god. But I guess people want to see it come back. You know, it's better than nothing. You know, I'm obviously a Call of Duty fan, so I want to see the game, you know, actually be alive. But that's unlikely to ever happen again. I don't think they're gonna like be fixing Warzone anytime soon. I think Warzone's in an unfixable state at this point. So I think this game's just gonna stay dead. And unless they make some other clutch game mode out of nowhere that somehow miraculously gets players, even though it's shit like Warzone was, then I don't see. I think it might be the end for Call of Duty. I'm being completely honest. Is the numbers are lower than when we were on like Vanguard, and we all know how Vanguard's numbers were. But the good news, there's apparently going to be a game that maybe has a slight, maybe 10% chance with competing with something like Call of Duty. You know, like I've always been complaining about there's not shit to play, right? God, I'm doing so bad right now. I'm sorry this gameplay is so boring, but I've been complaining for the longest time that we really don't have shit to play. But there's supposed to be a game called X Defiant that's out right now. It's getting some traction, you know. I've heard already that it's like, it feels like a classic COD game, which, you know, that like, you know, classic COD game that's actually getting attention. Of course I'm going to look into that. The gameplay didn't necessarily look like old COD, if I'm going to be real with you. It looked more like Black Ops 3 if there was no exosuits. You know, it felt more like a movement shooter than an arcade, right? Which, so like, okay, I'm fine with that. But the reason I don't really like Black Ops 3 that much is because there's exosuits. So having that game without exosuits, that sounds pretty good to me. But my main problem is there's already been so many games that claim to be like COD killers. Remember when Fortnite was still around, there was like Fortnite killers and shit. Like, remember when there was Warface and shit for like, and like, what other fucking games can I think of? Crossfire X, everyone was saying that those games were gonna like kill COD. Battlefield 2042. But they never managed to actually do anything to the COD reputation. You know, reputation somehow. You know, it's usually just COD stays dead until they come up with some other big thing that somehow gets players. Okay, well, I don't know why you're aiming over here, teammate. I don't think there's anybody over here. And they're all upstairs, okay. But, you know, no, they get big for like maybe like a couple weeks and then they're dead, you know. And I feel like this game is gonna be the same exact situation. I don't see this some random ass game coming out of nowhere getting traction. The difference with it, I guess I could say, is the game is like closed beta right now. Like, you have to actually get a key. Like, you gotta be like on their Twitch streams and shit to like get keys. You also gotta like, you can get it like from YouTubers and stuff. Like, they got like keys they can hand out. The thing that the game was doing, like, it's closed beta. It's not gonna be like all these other games that just like release with like no content, right? You know, I feel like that's one of the major things that kills these other games in like a couple weeks is they don't have any content, you know. The thing that made like something like the thing that made any battle royale, no matter how much content they had, actually feel like they had some amount of content, and I don't know how I didn't kill anybody there, was because there is something you were always working for. You know, you're always working for that first place. There was like always a reward, right? And even if like this game, I'm talking about like the X Defiant, even if it releases with a bunch of content, the thing that's really gonna keep the game alive is like rewards. Like, you know, all these battle royale games, the reason they got so big was you were competing with other people. If there's one thing that people love, it's competing with other people and being better than them. Especially in this generation where everyone feels like they have to be, you know, the absolute best version of any person ever. You gotta be some genius, you know, you gotta make all A's and shit. You know, you gotta get to a position where you're making six-figure. You know, it doesn't even matter. In our free times, even, we want to like compete with each other. That's what people care about doing, right? I really was hoping those, like, why am I getting no kills? I was really hoping those mortars were over, but my guns just don't kill people. I'm telling you, skill-based damage, bro. Like, what is this? Like, what? And then I just get one tap. But like, there was always some kind of reward, you know. And then the thing that kept Fortnite alive and like other battle royales alive even longer was you could actually compete for like real life money, and not even just some like small shit. Like, you get like $100 goddamn if you win this whole tournament. You got shit like actual major stuff, right? I swear my guns don't do damage, bro. Like, what is that? Okay, where's the next tag place? You got rewards, like big rewards. And even when you're talking about like what made Call of Duty originally successful, there is always something to work for. There was like 50 prestiges in that game. It took you like a year to complete all that shit. You get all gold camos and stuff like that. You know, there is always shit to work for, no matter what. And even after you managed to beat all that stuff, you know, 5 years down the line, right? You still had, oh my god, of course they're dropping streaks and shit. The game just loves their bitch asses. But you could just like keep earning COD points. You remember COD points used to be free, you know, and people would just compete to see how many COD points they had. You know, people always love having some kind of competition with other people. You know, they always want to work with something to show that they're better than another person, right? Even in their free time when they're playing games and stuff, you know. Games aren't about how fun they are anymore. They're about what you can earn in the game. Probably one of the reasons why Warzone stayed alive so long, even though it was ass, because there was always something to compete for, you know, to get into the pro leagues and stuff. So there was always stuff to do there. But the thing that could keep, the thing that X Defiant doesn't have, like I said, it doesn't really have anything for you to work for. But I know it's a closed beta or whatever. Maybe they realize this and they're planning on actually adding something for you to work for. But, you know, they do have some stuff you can work for. Like, they have, like, Battle Pass stuff. But even that shit's only going to last, like, a couple months, right? At max. And then the game's going to be either dead until there's another big update, or it's going to stay dead, you know? It needs something for you to be able to work for. Like, a game nowadays, like I said, it has to be more than just fun. It has to have something to work for. People love competition. God, I really hate these night mats. I can never tell what camo I have on my gun. I got Orion on here, by the way. But like, if X Defiant were to release, by the way, this isn't some small company that's making this, like how like Splitgate was, or, you know, Hyperscape. Actually, Hyperscape was made by Ubisoft, but you know how Ubisoft is. They put like no effort in their games. This is made by Activision, which they're a shitty company, but you know, they put some amount of effort in their games, right? So I feel like content on release isn't going to be an issue for X Defiant. What's going to be the issue is if it can keep people engaged with some kind of reward system, you know. And also it's gonna have to keep like an interesting game loop too, so that people will be, you know, willing to get to the point like pros will actually get in the game so they can compete for money, right? Like, it's gonna need something like that. Now, do I think X Defiant can do it? Maybe not. We all know how Activision is, right? Activision is the type of company they're never gonna care about their community. Like if they can get a game popular, or they think they can try getting a game popular without giving the players any kind of rewards, you know, they're gonna do it. Activision isn't the type of company that sees like things in the long run, you know, proving what they've been doing with Call of Duty. They see things in the short term, right? So I think it's pretty unlikely that the game will have any kind of major like thing that you can work for, you know, throughout its life cycle, right? You know, whether that be like earning money or some constant rewarding game loop that's always updated, you know, something like that. It's going. I'm not sure if it's gonna have something like that, since, like I said, it's made by Activision, and like I said, we all know how Activision likes to operate. God, I'm really the only one in this hardball. Oh, there's a dude right there. You can keep a track of that area. I'll keep a track of this. I'm doing a bad job. So if it can do something like that, then it has a chance of bringing down COD, right, as the predominant shooter. And hopefully it'll actually be a big game that gets like consistent players. You know, I'm really hoping for another like phenomenon, like another fucking Fortnite or some shit, or like early Warzone. Because I need something big to play, so I know bring in the numbers for my shitty 59 subscriber YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? God, fuck, and I'm stuck. But I feel like those other games, if this game plays its cards right, it can definitely be something. X Defiant could be a big game, right? But I just don't think Activision has it, and it has what it takes in them to actually do something like that, since it's Activision. I knew he was over there, I just didn't realize he was from. But, you know, maybe, you know, Call of Duty dying on them for like the past who knows how many goddamn years. Maybe that will actually get them to, you know, become more open-minded and really see what's going to make a game successful, right? But who knows? You know, it's Activision. They've already failed like so many times when they got so many chances to revive Call of Duty. So them making a whole new game isn't really going to change anything, right? So I think X Defiant overall, it has somewhat of a more chance of becoming big than these other games like Splitgate or Hyperscape, you know, other, you know, Crossfire X, stuff like that. You know, because those games, it has content. Like, it's going to have content. You know, it's backed by like a AAA studio that actually adds content to their games. You know, it's closed beta right now, not even an open beta, and it already has as much content as those other games as I've already listed. So content isn't the issue. You know, it has that now. You know, it has the attention, it has the content. I'm sure it'll have way more content by the even open beta whenever that comes out in like months from now. You know, what the fuck are we shooting at? But what I'm worried about, and the thing that will ultimately give it a good fighting chance against a game like Call of Duty, or to be as successful as games were in their past, like how like successful a game like Fortnite was, is there needs to be a reward, a constant reward, or the game gets boring. Especially in a repetitive game like a shooter, right? It needs that kind of stuff. And I just don't see Activision at their current state of how they've been running, you know, Call of Duty. I can't see them adding something like that. Just from their previous actions in their other games. But I think if it has that down, I think there's a 50-50 chance it could be like a really big game. And if they actually can get the word out there through like pro players and stuff, then the game will definitely have a chance of beating something like Call of Duty in popularity. And maybe if it gets really lucky, it could become something like as big as like something like how like a phenomenal like sized game, you know, that everyone's fucking talking about, and you can't escape. You know, you can't escape people talking about it. And I really hope that happens. Like I want a big game, like I already said. But I need some subscribers for my shitty YouTube channel, right? And you already know how amazing I am at shooters. I'm joking, I suck ass. I almost just blew myself up right there. But you know, I could put more time into it. I could become better, you know. I'm just not willing to right now. But that's what I care about. You know, I need something to do that's entertaining my free time that consists of me playing a video game. Not sure if it will happen, but I hope it does. Really fucking do. I really hope this game can bring down these shitty ass games that we got going on right now. You know, hope it lasts at least a year. Actually have something to do, you know, while I'm gaming besides playing shitty video games. Hopefully it won't have skill-based fucking damage like this bullshit. Like, hey, you see how many fucking times we'll shoot some of these motherfuckers? I swear. I'm tired of it. I need a Call of Duty alternative. And hopefully that game will be able to fulfill it. But I won't get it. I don't plan on like searching for like a key for X Defiant, so probably won't see me playing that until they have to do an open beta or the game actually releases whenever the fuck that is. What I'm really worried about overall is I hope it actually makes it to a release. Like I hope people did, like I hope the game doesn't just like release out of nowhere. You know, they don't put any ads or anything out there, and then nobody remembers the fucking game. Because I feel like marketing is also a big part. Look at Evil Dead in the horror industry. That game could have been probably the biggest horror game to ever release, and you know, to actually gain traction. It could have probably beat out, you know, Prime Dead by Daylight's amount of numbers, but there just wasn't marketing. So that's important too, but you know, it's Activision. They've never been bad at marketing games. Whenever a Call of Duty releases, there's always a ton of goddamn ads about it, you know. So I don't think that's a problem. But it's an important factor to recognize. You know, you don't want this game just to release and everyone forget that it ever existed, you know. And then when people finally figure out this game exists like a month later, they're like, well, okay, and time's already passed, you know, the hype's already gone. You don't want that shit to happen. But I don't see that being an issue for Activision. Okay, I feel like I'm on this topic a little bit too long. Let's talk about something else. This is a big ass map, by the way. It's pretty good, actually. I actually like this map a whole lot. I didn't get that much of a feel to other map because I was getting destroyed on it. Yeah, they ain't killing nobody. But back up. I didn't really get a good feel of that other map, but I actually like this map. But yeah, we're switching the subject now. Okay, I was playing Alien Isolation today on the other channel that we will soon be closing down because it gets like no traction whatsoever. Yeah, we're not returning to that because I think I've gotten to a point where I literally can't beat the game. Like unless I want to like go back another 2 hours in progress, which I'm not doing. I'm at the one part on Alien Isolation where you're like fighting those working Joes, right? When you're trying to start up like the core or shut it down, whatever, to like blow up the nest, like the xenomorph nest. I literally can't get past it. I don't know what these developers were thinking when on the insane difficulty, there's about 14 androids on you. And I literally did not have enough ammo. I don't even think with max ammunition you could take care of all those androids. And I didn't know. Apparently you can run past like the first 3 androids that spawn, and it'll just be like gone whenever you like, come back to the area after you've like explored the hive a little. So basically I wasted like a bunch of ammo killing those guys, thinking there was going to be some objective up there from what I remember. But there wasn't. But so basically I only had like 7 shotgun ammo and like 14 regular bullets, right? And I ended up wasting them all, and I'll put a clip of what happened when I kept dying a million fucking times up in a second. Dumbass game don't explain shit. Ah! Shit! Get on my fucking phone. No, I'm not doing it. Throw the fucking disc out the window, too. I don't know. Yeah, I think. Like, it's disappointing. I feel like I really love the game. I literally spent like 2 hours. Take it out. Okay. Put this right here. Pull down the fucking window. So yeah, I ended up throwing my disc out the window. I ended up getting it back because I felt that, because I remember my dad bought that for me in like 2016 when the game first released. I didn't have a 1X or a Series X back then, so I couldn't play it. So it kind of just sat in my closet until like 2019 when I eventually decided to play the game. You know, so I felt bad. I'll probably play it again. Probably won't be on any sort of channel, because you already know how long it's gonna take me to get past that section. It's gonna take me fucking forever. Go back and watch that stream if you want to see like how hard that shit was. You know, so but there's no. I'll probably finish the insane difficulty, but it's unlikely that I'll be streaming it. So don't be looking forward to any more Alien Isolation streams. And so unless we get another Alien Isolation game. But yeah, this video is dragging. It didn't get off to a good start whatsoever anyways, so it doesn't really matter if it was dragging in the first place. But yeah, that's my whole opinions on like stuff, you know, this season 3. I haven't really given my opinion because there really isn't that much opinion to give on this season 3. I did like the black and gold. I did like that map. Lighthouse, I didn't get that much of a feel for it. I was getting destroyed, so that means it's probably shit. Haven't played any Warzone. Highly doubt anything's changed. We're gonna hop into some League play this year, actually. And yeah, I guess that's the end of today's video.